Okay, I'm going to introduce you to the Dollar Street application. Dollar Street provides a snapshot of families around the world. And in Module 3, we're going to use this to look at material culture in Europe and in the Russian realm. So what I'm going to ask you to do is select three families, one in Western Europe, one in Eastern Europe, and one in the Russian realm, and compare aspects of their material culture. Remember, material culture is that aspect of culture that we can see, feel, pick up, and work with. So, for example, houses, technology, food, and food preparation items are all things that we produce through our culture, and they carry meaning. So, for example, I'm going to grab a Sweden family here, and you'll scroll down, you'll notice I'm going to grab this one right here. I just want to go through what's available. So, you'll notice I clicked on a family, it opens up here. And this is the Rigner family in Sweden. They live in Östersund in Sweden. And if you click here, you can visit their home. I'm going to click on that, and you'll notice that it shows a brief description. Here you'll notice that they make the equivalent of $2,223 a month in US dollars. So if you it's about $25,000, $26,000 a year. Briefly read their narrative, expand it, because you're going to see some interesting things about them. For example, in the case of this family, they buy 90% of their food, which takes 30% of their income. You can see that here. But they also hunt, and in this case they hunt moose, and about 80 kilograms of meat per year. And so again, you can read through some of the details here. But what I'd also like you to look at are aspects of their life. As I said, their material culture. So you'll notice in this case their stove. Well, if we click on their stove is considerably similar to ours. In other words, it's an electric range, and it looks very much like what we have. If you scroll down, you'll also notice that most of the aspects of their life are very similar. However, if you'll notice up here, you'll see a moose carcass hanging in a cold area. And for some of you that are Western Pennsylvanians, you might be familiar with deer hunting, and so that's somewhat familiar with our culture. But as you scroll down, you'll see some things that are similar and some things that are different. And that's what I'm interested in having you look at, is compare their material culture to that of others. And so again, you can look through quite a number of their aspects. Click on the details. You'll notice some of the things are normal, some of the things are rather odd. For example, evidently a little girl in this family has a pet rooster. Not a terribly common thing have happened, but again, the beds look fairly similar. Televisions, widescreen or flat screen. Phones look similar. Washing machines, etc. So you may see things that are very similar and things that are very different. And as you read through the quick write assignment, please focus on applying these concepts and doing meaningful comparisons of the different aspects of each of the families.